investing, you think about stocks. But there is more to investing than just investing in stocks. Now, it is important to diversify what you invest in. And what I mean by that is if you do stocks, obviously diversify the stocks you invest in so you can get different kind of companies from different areas. So if one fails, you're still okay. But if you have the money to and you don't have to worry about your financial safety now because you have enough money to safely invest into other things, I would suggest investing in stocks and things that are not stocks. Now, some of those non-stock things you can invest in is property. There are many different ways to invest in property. You can buy a cheap house and flip it and make money that way. You can also invest in a house and buy the house and then rent it out so you have that income coming in every month that it is rented. There's also a way where you can go online and there's different websites where for as low as $500 you're pretty much pooling in money with other people to buy a house. And then once that house is rented out or sold, you get a portion of the money that it's sold for or the portion of the money from rent back to you. So it's a low investment because it's only like $500 or more depending how much you really want to spend, and you get a little bit of money back, so you're not out a whole lot of money if it does not work out. But there's a lot of other different ways to invest as well. You can also invest in music, which is a little weird and you don't really hear about it, but you can actually invest in music royalties or rights to music and things like that, because there are people that are selling the rights to their music, or people that has the rights to someone's music and they don't want them anymore, so they're selling the songs or the whole catalog of the band or whatever they have. And you can actually go and buy the rights to people's songs or the rights to movies or the rights to TV shows, and then you can make money from that music, because if you buy the rights to the song, then you get all the money from the song. So if it plays on the radio, you get that money. If the song ends up in a movie, you get the money from that. Wherever the song is played, you get the money because you have the rights to that song. It's the same with a movie. You would have the rights to the movie, so if you want to put it on DVD, you get the money from that. And you can invest that way as well, which is an investment opportunity I don't really think you hear enough about. But you can actually invest in movies, you can invest in music and buy the rights, and then you can market it yourself and then get the songs and hopefully in the radio or maybe on YouTube channels or whatever, and make money that way as well. Another kind of investment opportunity that's kind of like with stocks, but there's also like bonds and CDs and things like that, which is a little bit, I would say, safer than stocks, but it still has its risk. And you can also invest in businesses. Now, investing in stocks is different because when you invest in a stock, you're buying a little portion of the company and you only have that stock and that's that. But you can also invest in a business where you help the person, like you give money to the business owner or whatever so that they can get started or they could buy what they need to buy and all that kind of stuff. And then you have like a percentage of that store. So it's kind of like with stocks, but a little bit different, because rather than just buying the stock and having the stock, you're buying a portion of this building or this company, which is essentially what stock is, but you're buying it straight from the business owner. So you can actually invest in different businesses that are not just stocks as well. I know that I kind of made that sound a little bit more confusing than it is, because stocks and investing in business is practically the same thing, but they're two different things, because a business doesn't have to have stocks for you to invest in it. And that's the difference. If a business has stocks, you're investing in that business by buying stocks, but if the business is starting up, they might not have stocks, but you can still invest in that business. So there's a lot of different ways you can invest. You can invest in stocks, bonds, CDs, you can invest in businesses, you can invest in property. You can invest in music and movie royalties and rights and things like that. There's a lot of different, and that's only some of the ways to invest. There's more different things you can invest in. So those are just a few different ways you can invest. And if you have the money where you don't have to worry about paying bills, if you have extra money, so you could pay bills and have money left over, I would suggest using that money to invest in either stocks or invest in music royalties, invest in business, invest in property, invest in something and try to diversify. Invest in property and stocks and music royalties if you can. Just invest in different things. So if something works out, it works out. If something doesn't work out, you're not totally screwed. That's all I'm trying to say, and as always, I hope this was able to help you out a little bit. And as always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to subscribe down below and become one of my first subscribers and get more finance and business tips.